Well, folks, we made it to season 7. Welcome to the Vulnerability Time podcast. I am your host, Josias Abriel, and published author. Speaking of published author, before the episode starts, make sure to go check out my books. They're available on Amazon, and the link is in the episode description below. Go ahead, get you some healing. One's a poetry book about overcoming pain and trauma and stuff like that, and then the other one's a self-awareness interactive journal notebook. So get you some healing. You're worth it. Another thing that you're worth all the love in the world. You're worth all the healing in the world, and I'm glad that you're here with us today to heal together. You are loved, you are valuable. This is your sign. Alrighty, enjoy the episode. Bye, folks. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Vulnerability Time. I am your host and published author, Josias Abriel. With us today, we'll be speaking about pursuing dreams despite challenges that you might be facing. With our special guest, Suma. Suma, welcome to the podcast. Tell us a little bit about you before we get into our topic. Tell us a little, any credentials you have, what you do, things like that.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me. It's such an honor to be here. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm in Henderson, Nevada, which is a location very close to Las Vegas. And I treat clients, adults with anxiety, depression, and trauma.
Yes. So what got you into the therapy route?
So I had people coming to me my entire life telling me their life stories and saying like, "Oh, I never shared this with anybody," and I was
Mhm.
like, "Okay, let's start monetizing this, right? Like, so what do I need to do?" And uh, I needed to go to school, right? Like, so at 42, I was working in accounting, and I started kind of like evaluating my future. And I was like, I'm not sure I want to continue to do this for another 25 years. So while I was still working in accounting, I started my bachelor's at 42. I graduated, I was on track to do my master's, and 6 weeks after graduation, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, which we can go back to that. But so I obviously I took care of my health, but then 3 years later I was feeling better. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my master's. So I enrolled in school at 50 for my master's of social work. And I want everybody to know that it's never too late. It's like if anything, cancer came to show me how bad I wanted to be a therapist because it didn't stop me. It only delayed me, right? And my motto is I had cancer, cancer didn't have me.
Mhm.
And you can apply that to any challenge that you are facing.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Before we jump more into that, are there any like socials that you have, any websites that you have that so I could share it in the episode description so people can check you out and support?
Sure. So my Instagram is at the swearing therapist, and my
I love
website
that.
is
I love that.
sorry, is dragonflytherapyservices.net.
Okay. Yes,
But yes, I
folks.
swear a lot because I like to keep it real. So it's my way of
Yeah.
keeping it real.
Exactly. And this is definitely the place to do another place to do that. Okay, yes. So folks, that will be in the episode description below. Um, so Suma, okay, so what is your story? So you mentioned a little bit, but take us through your journey of, because so when we did our pre-meeting and we were discussing, okay, like what should we talk about? Um, not necessarily discussing it, but more so like just picking out a topic, folks. That's what I mean. So, we landed on pursuing dreams despite challenges one might be facing. And so Suma, why that um discussion point and what's your story behind it? What's your journey behind it? Take us through it.
Right. So as I said, right, like I wanted to be a therapist, and then all of the sudden I get this diagnosis. So my first
Mhm.
reaction when I got diagnosed with breast cancer was, why me? Right? Like that
Mhm.
was my first reaction. And then I don't have children of my own, but I was reflecting, and I at that time my mom was alive. So I had my mom, had my sister, I have nieces. And I start asking, if would I prefer that is one of them who has the diagnosis? And the answer is no, of course. So then I switch, I moved the question from why me to why not me. And that took me out of the mindset of being a victim, right? Because, oh, why me? Why? Well, will I prefer that my mom had breast cancer? No. Or my niece or my sister, right? Like, no, not at all. So then I I step out of that mentality, that mindset, and then now I have a decision to make, because if it's why not me, right? Like with the diagnosis, okay, so now what do I do with this? Do I sit in the corner and cry, or do I stand up and fight? Spoiler alert, here I am, right? Like so far
Mm.
I'm winning the fucking battle, but I
Yes.
chose the latter, right? Like because it's like, okay, I'm gonna face this challenge. And I didn't even know if my treatment was gonna work when I
Mhm.
was doing it, right? Like this is 13 years, 12 years, yeah, 13 years ago. So, but I had, but what was my alternative? To not do the treatment. And then for sure, I knew I was not going to make it, right? Like, so I'm doing my treatment, um, one appointment at a time, one injection at a time, one pill at a time. And then I started feeling, I was going to say I started feeling better, but I never felt sick. Although I had cancer, I was like, if it wasn't for a lump on my breast, I would have known that I had
Mhm.
cancer. So, but I started kind of like, okay, at the beginning, the treatment was very intense. I would go to the hospital every 3 weeks and so on and so forth. But then it was like, oh, once a month or once every 3 months or whatever. So it was more maintenance. And at that time, I was like, okay, what the fuck are we waiting for? Let's go for the masters, right? Like when I got diagnosed, I was in the States. Then I moved back to Argentina, and then um I was there. The bulk of the beginning of the treatment was over there. And I start like, okay, I wanted to celebrate my 50th birthday in the States, which was 2015, right? So I started asking God for a sign. And out of nowhere, I get an email into my personal email from the university saying, hey, we have the advanced master program back. Do you want to enroll? So be careful what the fuck you ask for, because I asked for a sign, I got a banner. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, okay, this is my sign that this is the right thing to do. So I set the plan in motion to come back. And and when I once I was back, I celebrated my 50th birthday. I started school. I graduated at 51. So when I have clients telling me like, "Oh, I'm too old to go back to school," I'm like, I I started my master's at 50, and English is not my first language. What the fuck is your excuse, right? Like, so a
Right,
lot of
right.
times we get caught in this. I'm not motivated. Motivation is overrated.
Mm.
You have done shit you were not motivated to do your entire life. That
Mhm.
day that you went to work and you were feeling like shit. That day that you had your kid asking for something and you were fucking sick. You didn't tell your kid, like, yeah, come back tomorrow. Sorry, you're hungry. I'm not feeling
Mhm.
well. You fucking get up and you fucking do it.
Mhm.
Right?
Right, right.
So where is your motivation there? Is the motivation is not there, but you still do it. So I like to use the word discipline instead.
Mm.
Do you have the discipline? Because discipline implies that you are doing shit that you don't want to do, but you're still doing it, right? Like
Right,
when you
right.
get up and you go to work, although you want to beat the shit out of your coworker,
Yeah.
but you still go there and you're like, "Hi, good morning," right? Like that's discipline. That's not
Yes.
motivation. That's discipline.
Mm,
So if you can find the discipline, you can conquer anything. So
mm,
where in your life? So I always say we just need to become Nike and just do it,
mhm,
right? There is no more thing. Oh, I want no, fucking enroll in a school and do it, right?
mm,
Like it. So, and I like to emphasize that when I made the decision to go back to start school really in this country, which I'm from Argentina originally, and I did go to university there, but this is a whole new experience in a different language, in a
yeah.
different country, in a different educational system. So it's like I still continue to work in accounting. So
Mhm,
I did both things in parallel because we have
mhm,
like this idea that, oh, I need to destroy everything if I want to build something new. No, no, no. I still had to pay bills,
yeah.
but I was building a different future in parallel. So I continued to work in accounting while I graduated with my bachelor's, right? Like this present moment that I have, this present reality began in 2007 when I took my first English 101 class in college, right? So it's like it happens over time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we get discouraged because it's like, oh, I don't see the results immediately. But you know how so social work, right? Like at the last couple of years in your bachelor's, you have a lot of social work classes because that's your focus. But English 101 was as important as a social work class, the
Mhm,
last social work class that I took in order to graduate, because without these 3 credits, I wouldn't have graduated,
mhm,
right? So it's like everything contributes to your success. But you have to show it up. You have to have that discipline. You have, how did I graduate it? 3 fucking credits at a time. I didn't have 62 credits like that. It was one class and another class and another class, right? And how did I get those 3 credits? Taking one test at a time,
mhm,
writing one paper at a time. How did
mhm,
I write the paper? One fucking paragraph at a time, right? Like,
yeah.
so if we break up whatever it is in front of us, if we break it up in smaller pieces,
Mhm,
then we can do it. We
yeah.
can do anything that we set our mind to.
Yeah.
Do you have the discipline,
Right. Right.
right?
Yes. Yes. That's oh, that was so beautiful. I do have a question. Were there were there times where throughout that process where you felt like giving up?
Of course, and
Mm,
that's why the discipline kicks in,
yeah.
right? Because if I was running on motivation, after the fucking second class of biology, I would have given up, right? Like, I'm not a science girl. Like biology was blowing
Yeah.
my. So a lot of times I felt like giving up. Like I
Mhm,
didn't even know how I'm gonna get out of bed today,
yeah.
and yet I push myself again. That's when the discipline kicks in,
Mm,
where this feeling that I cannot go on is temporary.
mm,
If I, but I have to push through it, right? Like even before I feel like I can push through it.
yeah.
Don't believe so much what you are feeling
Mm,
because you're gonna get fucked.
mm,
But if you push through, so I feel like shit, I feel lonely, I feel sad, I feel okay. Embrace all those feelings and yet do what you need to do. Do you need
mm,
to go to work? Do you need to go? Do, let me correct because words are important. You don't have to, but are you choosing to go to work? Are you choosing to go to school, right? Like, so it make that a conscious choice, because then you're going to feel better and you're going to be like, oh, I was feeling like shit 2 days ago. I couldn't get out of bed,
mm,
but because I forced myself to get out of bed, now I'm feeling differently.
mhm,
Right. Because feelings come and go, but your discipline is what's going to keep you grounded, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to get at the whim of my feelings, i'm I'm not going to go too far, because one day I'm feeling great and the next day I'm feeling like I'm nothing.
Mhm.
Okay, which one do I believe? Neither.
Mhm.
Right, like let's not get so caught up in our feelings, which is so hard to do. But it's like your feelings have been lying to you the
Mhm.
entire time. Oh, I'm nobody loves me. Well, do you have a mom? Does she love you? Well, she's my mom. I know a lot of moms who don't love their children.
Right, right.
So being your mom doesn't mean shit, right? Like,
Mhm.
so it's like, but I'm challenging this thought that nobody loves me, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, well, it's my mom or it's my friend or is okay, but you are being loved. My
Mhm.
point is that I'm proving to you that that statement is not 100% true.
Mhm.
So, okay, Peter doesn't love me, so I'm feeling that I'm unlovable.
Mhm.
Well, fuck Peter. I
Yeah,
have
fuck
all these
Peter.
other people, right? Right. I have all these other people who love me, but
Yeah.
I'm so focused on Peter that I'm missing this.
Mhm.
Where I'm pointing the spotlight to Peter or to that mistake that I did at work or whatever it might be, or that test that I didn't pass. And it's like, okay, so then what the fuck do? I learn from it and I do it again until I get it, until I pass, until like, so if you feel trapped in your current situation, embrace the feeling, because what
Mhm.
we resist persists, right? Like, so if I'm like, oh, I don't want to feel trapped, and now the feeling has my full attention. It's like, okay, I'm feeling trapped. This motherfucker ain't going nowhere, so come on here, like sit here, we're gonna have tea because you're not leaving.
Yeah, yeah.
So but while you sit there, you need to be quiet because I need to develop a plan of how I'm
Mhm.
going to get out of this situation, right? Like
Mhm.
in my case, it was to start school. Not again, like nothing happens overnight. It took 4 years for me to graduate with my bachelor's.
Mhm.
It took 3 years for me to enroll in my master's, right? Like I took 2.5 years to get my internship done so I can be independently licensed. Nothing happens overnight. We look at Jeff Bezos, for example, and it's
Mhm.
like, oh, he started in his fucking garage
Mhm. Mhm.
selling books, right? Like, so how many of us want to be in the garage selling books while we continue with our job until this other thing takes off, right?
Mhm.
So it's like we forget that Amazon didn't happen overnight, but we are seeing at the success, right? The success, right? Like all
Mhm.
the money, blah blah blah. But it's like that started in a garage. Do you want to be in your garage selling books? Like, are you having that mentality that I'm gonna test this shit on
Mhm.
the side while I still getting like my job done so I can pay the rent, right?
Mhm.
Because we are full of dreams, but we still need to pay the rent.
Mhm.
I love food too much. I want to fucking eat while I'm pursuing my dreams. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, okay, can we do this and this, not this
Mhm.
but that, right?
Mhm.
Like it's like
Mhm.
this division. We can do both.
Yeah.
I don't know. I talk too much. I don't know if I answered your
No, no,
question.
you're making
I'm like,
perfect sense.
so
Keep
I love
going.
your energy.
No, keep going. I'm I'm learning. Sorry, I'm choking. No, I'm learning. I'm loving what you're saying. Yeah, you're making really good points. You know something that I loved what you said? Many things, but there's two things that stood out to me. One, I like you how you said, yes, embrace those emotions, but also recognize that, they might not be like telling you the truth, you know. And I love that, because I'm all for, um, just like embracing all of the humanness and not like shoving it under the rug necessarily, but more so like recognizing and embracing it and recognizing that, this might not be telling me the truth. Like this feeling of, oh, I'm unlovable might not be telling me the truth. And also, where is that coming from? Like you said, turns out it was coming from Peter. Like that example. So it's like, okay, yeah, nice. I needed to hear that. And then another thing that you said, um, was how you can do, it's not necessarily an or, but it's an and. Like
Yes.
getting that and this at the same time, like just because I love what you had said. I hope I'm saying it correctly, but you said if you're building something new, that doesn't mean you have to destroy completely um
You
the
don't have
other.
to destroy anything, right? Like, so, oh, I
Yeah.
want to build this new house.
Hmm.
Okay, buy the land over there
Mm.
and start building over there while you're still living in this house that you don't
Yeah.
like. And then once that one is complete, then you leave this one,
Mm.
you give it to somebody else, right?
Mm.
Like, or you sell it or whatever. Giving in a
Mm.
sense of like you get rid of it, but you don't have to destroy it
Mm.
because it provided shelter. Might not be your ideal home, but
Mhm.
it provided shelter. So when it's fucking raining, you stay dry,
Mm.
right? So it might not be the palace that you want,
Mhm.
but the homeless person in the corner who's being drenched right now
Mhm.
will love to have a roof over his head,
Yeah.
his or her head, right? Like, so it's about embracing where I am now while I'm pursuing my dreams of something better in the future.
Yeah.
But it's like if I reject my challenges, if I despise everything that I've been through, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Mm.
So it's like, okay, how did I become this person? Because I left Argentina and because Peter didn't love me and because I got diagnosed with cancer and right, like, so all of those things
Mhm.
made who I am.
Yeah.
So if I reject that part of me that is not perfect,
Uh-huh.
I'm not embracing who I am.
Mm. Mhm.
So when we reject one part, we are rejecting the
Yeah.
totality of who we are, right? Like, so it's like, why the fact that you had to be? Where is that notion that you had to be perfect?
Mm.
You have in comparison, right? Like, I compare myself to what? Compare yourself to yourself. Are you better than you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
A
Right.
week ago, right? Like,
Mm.
so it's like, oh, we are always comparing to other people. There are people who are better than us and there are people who are worse than us.
Mhm.
We never compare ourselves to the ones that are worse,
Mhm.
like, oh, the homeless person because I hate this house, but is that I want that palace, a bitch, like, you know what I mean? Or like the car, I want the 2026 Mercedes. Like, my Toyota takes me everywhere I want to go,
Mhm.
and it's 112 degrees in Vegas. So I'm glad that I have a car with
Yes.
air conditioning. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that I don't have to fucking walk in 112 degree weather.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's about embracing what we have
Mhm.
while we are still pursuing the other things we want. But it's like, grateful for what I have. I'm not where I want to be, but
Mhm.
I'm not where I was. Can I be grateful for where I'm at while I'm continuing to go where I want to be,
Yeah.
right? And I think that if we are grateful for our health, for
Mm.
our shelter, for our food, for our job, whatever it is that we have, for our blessings, really, there are I think that the gratefulness is opening the door to more blessings, right? But
Yeah.
but it's like, where are we focusing on? Am
Mhm.
I focusing on what I have, or I'm focusing on what I'm lacking? Because whatever we put the focus on, we are gonna find more of that. If I'm only focusing on the shit that I don't have, I'm gonna find more shit that I don't have.
Yeah.
But if I'm focusing and I'm putting the spotlight on my blessings, I'm gonna find more blessings. Whatever the fuck you got, you're gonna find more of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the one who has the spotlight is you. You are
Mm,
managing the spotlight. So
mm.
where do you want to put it?
Wow.
On your lacking or on your blessings?
Mm,
And this is not about, oh, denying that life is hard. Like, I've been through a lot of challenges, but so have you. I
mm-hmm.
don't need to know what those fucking challenges were,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever you've been through could not take you out. So
Mm-hmm.
why is this challenge different? Why is this fucking challenge you're confronting right now more powerful than all the shit that you overcame in your life?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you take that approach, it's like, oh, okay. I want everybody to remember that when you were going through those challenges in your life, you didn't have the fucking answers. You just continue to move through the dark times and you eventually find a way out. Because we are sitting here like, oh my God, I want the answer. Like, bitch, fucking keep putting one foot in front of the other and you're going to come out of this, right? But it's like we get and we don't give ourselves enough credit. Where, like, if you reflect back to a particular challenging time in your life, and you're like, oh, I didn't have all the answers. There were times that it was so hard to get out of bed. There were times I wanted to give up,
Mm,
and yet you didn't.
mm.
Again, how do I know? Because you're here.
Yeah.
If you had given up, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So you have this not being a Pollyanna. Oh, I believe in you.
Mm,
Fuck that. I know you have it because you are here.
mm,
So you need to remember that you have it. It
mm.
doesn't matter what I believe. If you don't believe it, we're not gonna get anywhere, right?
Right. Right.
So it's like you can tell me like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." If I look in the mirror and I despise myself, it doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
Miss Universe has body image issues, right?
Mm,
The most beautiful woman on earth.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, you are all mistaken, right?
Right.
So if we believe in a higher power, I call it God, I do believe in God, but a higher
Mm-hmm.
power, universe, whatever you want to call it. And that higher power, that entity, God, is providing us. It has been providing us throughout our lives, but it continues to provide.
Yeah.
Why will he stop today? No,
Mm-hmm.
today is the day that God stopped providing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or today is the day, like, no, you are perfect the way you are lovable, you are
Mm-hmm.
human, you do. No, no, God, you are mistaken, because look at that Z that I have on my nose. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
perfect, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
the Z takes away from all the other things that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when we start questioning God, questioning the higher power,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, we are not accepting our reality. I didn't know what
Mm,
God's plan was with my cancer. I
mm.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I look back now and I'm like, oh, maybe it was to share my story and to inspire others. But at the fucking time I was going through it, I didn't know.
Right.
I
Right.
went through it.
Mm,
And I pray a lot. Like some days I was on top of the wall, and some days I was like, I don't even know how I'm gonna get out of bed today.
right. Right.
But you don't have to have cancer to have those days.
Right.
Fucking normal life,
Mm-hmm.
everyday life. You have days that you are on top of the wall, and there are days that you're like, how the fuck? I'm gonna get out of bed today, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what life is,
Yeah.
which is the beauty of life. Because if you see a heart monitor, when it flatlines, right? We want stability. We want it in a straight line. When the heart monitor flatlines, it's because you're dead. So these ups and downs means that you are alive.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace them, right? Oh, we want no, we want this. Oh, you want to be fucking dead?
Mm-hmm.
Because this high means that it's gonna. This low means that you're gonna be this high
Yeah. Yeah.
another day. So this is what life is all about, not this.
Right. Not that straight line. Right. Right.
right? Because when you have that straight line, you are meeting the Lord. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm, mhm,
thank you for
mhm.
your service, but peace out,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like, so it's like this. And when we are here, it's like, oh my God, like I don't like it. But the deeper we go into our sorrow, the more happiness we can contain.
Yeah.
So if we start embracing those days of sorrow, then when the happiness comes, we can embrace more of it.
I loved that. I love that wisdom that you shared, that healing that you shared. I do have a question for those of us who struggle to, because like you said, I love what you said, and I always would say it too, like um love all of me or none of me. And that means, the parts that either I don't like or the parts that I think is a flaw, things like that. Like for those of us that struggle with, loving, because I'm now in that struggle again of, having to learn again to love my imperfections. What advice do you have for those of us that are struggling to? Because at least for me, it's easy to love the good parts. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. But for those like the parts that I define as imperfect, internally, just like imperfect, just a bunch of things. What advice do you have for us to help us to, just better embrace, or like, how did you embrace your imperfections? How did you learn to do
So
that?
I will encourage you to. So can you be a little bit more specific? Is it what is okay? So let's take I'm imperfect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take that as a is there anything in particular that provides you, let's say that I'm going to use an example that I brought up before. I'm unlovable. Okay, like Peter doesn't love me, but I'll take it as I'm unlovable,
Yeah.
right? So there are parts of you that are that help you identify that you are imperfect. It
Yeah.
could be whatever it might be. So identify and isolate that thought, right? In this case of, for the example, is I'm unlovable.
Mhm.
So you're gonna grab a piece of paper. All of you listening, grab a piece of paper because follow, like you'll see why. So you're gonna put at the top of the page, I'm unlovable. And then so we identify the thought. So thoughts create our feelings, and feelings create behaviors. The the feeling that you are imperfect comes from a thought. What are you thinking? What is in your head that makes you believe this? That's what we are identifying, the thought, right? Like, oh, Peter doesn't love me, so I'm unlovable, right? So that the thought is I'm unlovable because Peter didn't love me. So we're going to put on the top of the page, I'm unlovable. And then we ask the first question. First question is there evidence for this thought? Yes, Peter doesn't love me, right? Second question, is there evidence contrary to this thought? Well, fuck, yes. Zulma loves me, and my mom loves me, and my daughter loves me, whatever it might be, right? Like, so you list that. Third question is, am I attempting to analyze this situation without all the evidence? Yes, because you just listed one in favor and one against, right? Fourth question is, what will a friend say about this situation, about this thought? Well, a friend will say that that's a stupid, that you are lovable, I love you, and you are fun, and you are this, and you are that, and whatever. And then the final question is, will this matter in a month, in a year, in 5 years, right? So by the time that you are done answering all the questions, you realize that, so the purpose of all the questions is to prove that thought wrong.
Right.
That thought is not, it cannot stand because it's not true, right?
Yeah.
So once you start identifying and challenging these thoughts, then it's like, oh, fuck Peter. I
Yeah.
am
Fuck you, Peter.
loved because blah, 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 right? Because
Mm.
Zulma loves me, my mom loves, right? Like, so I have proof against this other evidence. And actually, this proof is stronger than than Peter, right?
Mm.
That the one person not loving me.
Right.
So once you identify that thought that connects with you being imperfect,
Mm.
and first of all, why wouldn't you be imperfect? We are constantly in evolution, and we are learning, and we
Yeah.
are changing, right? Like, we're not done. If you're done, you wouldn't be here.
Right. Right.
So, like,
Mhm.
okay, embrace that you are imperfect, because that means you're under construction. Good for
Yeah.
you, right? Like,
Yeah.
so we don't know. You're not done. Yeah, motherfucker, I don't want to be done because I want to continue to learn, right?
Right.
But
Right.
you put whatever thought makes you feel that you are imperfect on top. And then you answer all those questions. Why did I say to write it down? Because once the, the thoughts are like, I'm unlovable will come up several times a month, a day, an hour. So you don't have to fucking reinvent the wheel. Just fucking pull up the list and read it, right? Instead of doing it every time. I'm unlovable. I'm ugly. I'm fat. I'm short. I'm tall. What? It
Mhm.
doesn't matter. I'm stupid.
Mhm.
I'm lonely. Whatever it might be.
Mhm.
I cannot do my, like, I'm not a good employee, right? Like,
Mhm.
so okay, well, so I made a mistake at work. Now I'm a failure.
Mhm.
Well, but I do a lot of other things good at work.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have the fucking job. I would have been fired a long time, right? Like,
Mhm.
so once you answer all the questions, the thought cannot stand because it's not true. So once you question the thought, right,
Mhm.
then the feeling cannot be as strong,
Right.
because the basis of the feeling
What's the thought?
is a thought, and you have shaken it, you have proven that is not true, right? And so you identify different negative thoughts, and then you do these questions for each of them.
Mm.
I'll tell people to take a picture of their what they wrote and have it on their phone, because sometimes you need to remind yourself that, oh yeah, Zulma and my mom and my daughter love me, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm so focused on Peter. So, but we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I'm like, I'm so practical. I fucking do it one time. Like, the thought is gonna come back. I'm unlovable.
Right. Right.
I'm imperfect. I'm stupid. So why do we need to reinvent the wheel every time? Just
Mm.
fucking remind yourself of what you have done. I don't do this for you.
Right.
I'll tell you the questions, but
Mhm.
you need to come up with the answers,
Mm.
right? Because if I tell you, like, oh no, you are perfect, like, what are you talking about? You're gonna be come up with 3 million reasons why why I'm wrong.
Mhm.
The important thing is that you learn how to question
Right.
and challenge these thoughts.
Mm.
It doesn't matter what the fuck I think,
Right.
because I'm not inside of you, right? Like, so it's like you finding your own answers.
Mm.
So we work together into getting the right questions so that you can find your answer, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that's why it's so important to identify the negative thought, because then we can challenge it. And you can do that with any fucking negative thought that comes to mind. And then once you do it, then you're like, oh, well, I'm not stupid,
Right.
or I'm not a failure because I didn't pass one test, right? I passed 15 tests, but I'm
Right.
only
Right.
focusing on the one that I didn't pass, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, wait a minute. If I was a failure, I'm 100% a
Mm-hmm.
failure, right? Like, so in your case, if you are imperfect,
Mm-hmm.
you have one imperfection. No, you are 100% imperfect. Well, what about your beautiful smile and your beautiful eyes and your,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then it's not all of you.
Right.
Well, but my smile is one part of me. That fucking thing that you're calling imperfect is also one part of you. And once you start listing all the perfect things that you have, that one imperfect part is going to be losing,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, again, it's like, where are you focusing? Are you focusing on your beautiful smile? Or are you focusing on the seat on your nose? Because, like, I didn't see the seat on your nose. I saw your beautiful smile,
Right. Right.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the things that we notice, we realize that a lot of people, you're like, oh, sorry about whatever. And it's like, oh, I didn't even notice that. Or but if you cover this, you cover your nose. Now I want to know what the fuck is in your nose.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, because I'm so attracted to your beautiful smile, I don't even notice the seed. But
Right.
because that's what you're looking at in the mirror, that's the only thing you see.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And maybe you took your beautiful smile for granted. So
Mm.
that's why you're not even appreciating it as a blessing.
Right. 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 Yeah.
But if you start looking at other people's smiles, you're like, oh, yeah, my teeth are white and straight, and I have horrible teeth. That's why I admire everybody's
Mm-hmm.
smile because I'm like, I'm jealous of your perfect smile, right? Like, so, but it's like, okay, because growing up I didn't have money for braces,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, they are what they are. I mean, yes, can I get braces now? Of course, but it's like, I'm fucking 60 years old. I ain't fucking getting braces right now. Pain is not my friend, you know what I mean? Like, take it or leave it. But my point is that because I do know my smile, I get instantly attracted to other people's smiles. But because you've been looking at your smile for so many years, you're like, oh well, like, it's my smile. No,
Yeah.
you've been through a lot of fucking pain to have that beautiful smile today,
Right.
right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Remember dreading going to the dentist when they were adjusting
Oh
your
yeah.
braces?
Mm-hmm.
That all that pain is paying off right now.
Yes.
But it's like, oh well, you took it as second nature because that's what you did. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like, your mom told you to go to the dentist, or took you to the dentist, you fucking went to the dentist. But not everybody had that opportunity,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, oh, let me see what I can find that is perfect.
Yeah.
So then this imperfection over here is not going to have that much power.
Mm.
And if you find an imperfection, yay, good for you. That means that you're growing, that you have room to learn, that you have room to improve. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. That just gave me a lot to think about. That was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. That
You're
was
welcome.
that was beautiful. So it really was. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I don't know what the fuck to say. I'm speechless. Um, so
But it makes sense, right? Like, because
yes, 1000%. Oh yeah,
these
1000%.
questions are easy enough, but
Yeah.
they really come to the root of the issue where it's like, oh, I've been believing that I'm unlovable because of fucking Peter, that I'm not gonna remember him in 2 weeks.
Right, right.
And what about all these other people who love me that I'm
Right.
ignoring, right?
Mm,
Social media, you get 1,000 positive reviews and you get one negative review, and it erases all the positive ones,
yeah,
right? I always say, like, if you have haters, you made it. You
yeah,
made it in this world right now, right? Like it's like so it's like just refocusing, doing the work. This is hard work. This is not easy to do, but it's necessary to be healthier and to be more loving toward ourselves. We are our worst enemy. So another quick trick to come out of this self hate, if you would, is, so let's say that there's a particular situation, and if you want, like, I had a friend, he had a review coming up at work, and he was having difficulties on evaluating himself, right? So I said, okay, well, I said, do you have accomplishments at work? He said, well, yeah. I'm like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. You just take me. You put me as, okay, Sulma did this report or came up with this idea or whatever it might be, whatever the accomplishments are. So in you list, like, and then the next question, Sulma needs to improve on whatever. Sulma brings whatever to the table, whatever. It all it's not about you, it's about Sulma. And then once you are done, you remove Sulma and you put your name. It's a lot easier because we are our worst enemies, right? It's a lot easier to identify these positive things on another person. And then once you identify them, these are facts. These are not, I'm not feeling like Sulma did that report. You fucking did that report.
mm,
So listed, right?
yeah,
So once you come to, now these are facts, these are not feelings.
yeah,
You did that report, you bring that to the table, you need to improve in the blah blah blah. He was like, oh, I'm like, yeah, because you are your worst enemy. But if I'm listing someone else's, oh, I can tell what my friend is doing well.
yeah,
I cannot recognize what I'm doing well, right? It's like, okay, well, remove yourself, put your friend. So that will help you kind of like make it objective instead of subjective,
right,
right? Because in we are in this society that, oh, you don't you don't announce your what you are good at because then you are conceited. It's like, this is not about being conceited. Like, you fucking bring a lot to the table.
right,
So it's
right,
about naming out loud what you bring to the table, right?
right,
Like,
right,
so, and he did it, and it helped him a lot because now he's not talking about him.
yeah,
He's talking about, he's recognizing what Zulma had been doing.
right, right,
And then, oh, okay, I can list everything. And then you just fucking take your name out and you put someone else, right? Like,
right.
so you came out with this podcast. Well, but it needs this or it need that or what. Okay, just describe the podcast as if it wasn't yours.
Mm,
What would you say about this podcast if it wasn't your idea?
right, right,
And
right,
then you're gonna come up with all these facts that are, you cannot dispute.
yeah,
And then you're like, oh, guess what, I fucking made that.
yeah,
It was my idea, I gave birth to this,
yeah,
right? This
yeah,
is my baby.
yeah,
But it's a lot easier to recognize other people's
yeah, yeah,
than to, focus on what we had achieved.
right,
So it's like, okay, it's like there is a lot to learn and to improve, but there is a lot to be grateful for, and that's what I'm trying to point out, our blessings, right? Let's not lose focus of our, but we believe that if I'm focusing on what I'm lacking, then I'm gonna get more of that, and it's like, no, if I'm focusing on my blessings, I'm gonna get more blessings.
Yeah.
So let's take a deep breath and a step back, and start focusing on our blessings and see how many we discover,
Yeah.
right? Do
Yes.
you know who you are? Like when people want to learn how to love themselves, I'm like, look in the mirror and start getting to know that person. Do
Yeah.
you know who you are today? You
Hmm.
have this idea of who you were, but
Right.
start looking in the mirror, start identifying things that you like about yourself. And then you're going to start accepting who you are. And then you're going to start loving who you are,
Right. Right.
right? Like if I keep telling you like you're stupid, you're ugly, you're this, you're that,
Mhm.
how how can you love yourself?
Right. Right.
But if I start looking in the mirror, I'm like, oh my god, you have a beautiful smile, you have beautiful eyes, you are so warm and inviting, like, oh, okay, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, okay, let me write that down because I might forget, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So,
Yes.
and if it's so hard for you to recognize it, start paying attention to what other people tell you. Oh,
Right.
you have a beautiful smile. Oh, you are so sweet. Oh, you are so warm. Oh, you are so inviting. Fucking write that down.
Yeah.
Because why the fuck do I had to say that?
Right. Right.
I don't, I mean, what do I gain by saying that?
Right. Yeah.
Because we have also this tendency to not believe. If he's positive, I'm not going to believe it, right? Oh,
Right.
she's just trying to make me feel better. Don't give a shit.
Right.
First
Right.
of all, why are you giving me that power
Yeah.
to make you feel better? You're giving
Mhm.
your power away, right?
Mm.
But second of all, I don't have that power.
Yeah.
But if I'm at the store and I see a lady, like I love her hair, I'm like, oh, I love your hair, and I continue. I don't want to have a fucking conversation.
Right. Right.
I just made an observation out loud, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I love your hair. I say it and I continue to walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Mm.
is not to be friend. I don't want to be your friend. I just saw something positive and I wanted to verbalize it. And
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
and a lot of people get kind of like thrown because I'm like, and they're like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm already on the other aisle. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like I don't
Right.
want to be
Right.
your friend.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So it's like, but we are not used to that. So people are not used to say positive things to other people.
Yeah. Um, and Suma, that's a great point. Yeah, this gives me a lot to think about, and I just thank you. Yeah. I'm still speechless, folks. What I do want to challenge everyone to do though, because usually Zuma, when I end the episode, I like to do a little challenge and tell people,
Okay.
text someone and tell them that they're uh important and lovable. But let's do something different, folks. I dare you to write to yourself that you are important and you are lovable. Even if you don't believe it, write it. Do it. I'm going to do it. Um I'm going to do it right now actually. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do that now. Yes. And so would you recommend putting our name or just saying you as in like us, or like do we put like our name, like for example Josias, you are lovable, or do I just put I am
Whatever
lovable? Just
works better for you. You can
okay.
say I am, or you can say your name in say that you are important and you are loved.
Okay. Alrighty, folks. Make sure you do that now. You are important. I didn't spell it right. Let me redo that. Important.
Well, you didn't spell it right because you're imperfect, remember?
That's right. And that's
I'm
okay.
joking with you.
I know it's funny. It's funny. Well,
But
yes.
don't do it one time and forget about it. Continue to do it,
Mm,
right?
mm, okay.
Continue to identify things about yourself
Yeah.
that you will be proud of in a friend,
Yeah.
and then bring it to you, right? Because I always encourage my clients to identify three accomplishments every night. An
Yes. Oh,
accomplishment
yes.
means whatever the fuck that was the last thing that you wanted to do, but you got it done anyway.
Yeah.
So if your accomplishment today was to get out of bed, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Well, everybody gets out of bed. No, not everybody.
Right.
If you shower and the last thing that you wanted to do was jump in the shower, that's an
That's an
accomplishment. Don't
accomplishment.
compare your accomplishment. Everybody showers every day. No, that is not true.
Right.
But the important thing is that the last thing you wanted to do was to shower, and yet you had the discipline, right,
Yeah.
to jump in the shower and get it done. And then you felt better after you took the shower,
Right.
never before you take the shower, right? It's like, oh, I'm so empowered. I'm going to take a shower. You're like fucking dragging your ass to the
Yeah.
shower. But after you take it, oh, I do feel better,
Yeah.
right? Like, who the fuck uh wants to exercise, but after you exercise, you feel better, right? Like, so
Right.
we have to do the shit, and then the feeling will come. It's not the other
Yes.
way around. So I encourage my clients to identify three accomplishments every day,
Yeah.
like at night when they go to bed, and it, like an accomplishment could be to send that text
Mhm.
today, because the last thing I wanted to do was to send that text to myself, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, you have 21 accomplishments to be proud of.
Yeah. Mm. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And that is the stuff that love is made of.
Yeah. Oh.
When I start seeing things in you that I like, and I love that about you. Well,
Yeah.
you want to love yourself, start identifying these things that are going to create that acceptance, and therefore that love.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Folks, please check out Suma. Her links will be in the episode description below. Suma, after this, go ahead and send me any links that you want to promote, okay? So I can put it because your
Okay.
episode. Already, folks. Zoom will stay on like one more minute. Folks, this has been another episode of Vulnerability Time. See y'all for whatever next episode will be. Remember to do the challenges. You know, that one challenge and then the one that Suma said. Try it out. Just try it out. Okay. Alrighty. Bye, folks. Love you all. See y'all for next episode. I don't know what it will be, but it'll be something. Okay. All right. Bye. Get on out of here.